na kufungua lane. Hiyo huwezi kosa.
Kenya ni mpaka kesho.
I know. Sikia vitu ana miss about Kenya.
That's the thing I miss about Kenya hivyo.
Why are we laughing?
Maybe she's just happy about the people she's seeing. She's just so happy about how diverse it is.
Why are you on the floor? Why are you?
I don't remember. I just chilled it a little bit. Just Paul, I am so sorry. I messed that up. I am so sorry. Anisha joki don't go. Where are we going with that point?
We were talking about the diverse.
Ujasema ni history ya nywele venye ni expensive huko.
Kushuka.
I know. Nianze kutuma kichwa nyumbani.
You could have seen that on. Oh wait,
because in Kenya, no, okay, not fully, like, don't stone me, don't me. Okay, you can disagree nicely, like you don't hit me. Because what I meant was, not that, okay, please don't take that out of context. Let this not trend for the wrong reasons.
Yeah, people will fight you in the comment
section. People will fight me. Wow. Do you want to say that on camera? Do you want to say that on camera?
I would just say
Unajua Kenyans wanawatch kitu.
I feel
because back in Kenya we just have those few as aki mimi kizungu yangu imekata imeshia.
Alienda interview.
Imekuwa bando.
Imeshia.
By the way yangu ingine ni like
Hi, welcome to Pick on a Dime with Sha. It has been so long. I have missed you guys so much. I am so excited today and I do not want to keep you guys guessing because this is a video you guys have been asking for the longest time. You have been asking me to do a culture shock video and I don't think it would be complete if I did it alone. So I picked out a couple of the best people I could find to help me do this video. So it is a culture shock video. We're going to give you our experiences, what we faced when we came here. We are all from the same country. If you have been watching, you already know which country we're talking about, but we will remind you, don't worry. So we will be talking about everything we experienced since we came here. Of course, not everything, but as much as we can. So we are inviting you to stay tuned. Remember to subscribe, remember to like, remember to share with your friends as I invite my family in Canada. Welcome, guys. guys, welcome to Pick on a Dime with Sha. So before I introduce these amazing ladies, I know you guys are already staring. Before I introduce them, I have to let you know that in the background we have some amazing gentlemen who refused completely and totally refused to be on camera, but they will be pitching in with their experiences as well, and hopefully with time we will be able to coerce them or threaten them and get them to be on camera. Without further ado, welcome to Pick on a Dime with Sha.
thank you.
So you guys please introduce yourselves because I don't think I can do you enough justice if I dare try. So would you like to go first?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
My name is Pakita. I've been in Canada for Canada.
Yeah, Canada.
For 1 year now. Going to 1 year. 1 month. So yeah, so far the country is good to me and I thank God.
Oh wow. Yeah, it looks like it's good to you. You look so amazing, right?
Yeah, thanks.
So please.
my name is Lydia and I've been in Canada for 4 years and this is my great friend, Sharon. Yeah, and I'm just happy to be here.
Oh, wow. Guys in the background, how about you say hi? Just hi.
Yeah, we are the extras in the background.
Caribbean, so that we can hear your voices. So just come closer even if you don't want to show us your face. So that
Yeah, we
can...
just want to be known that we are here, so we'll just be giving in a few points here and there, so you won't be surprised to hear some basses in the background.
Oh, basses. Okay. Okay, base number 1, base number 2.
They're anonymous, just making sure you're getting the best.
Oh, wow.
Have fun.
Thank you guys. Maybe next time you guys will be on camera. Okay. Fingers crossed. So, like we said, today we are talking about our culture shocks. We have no script. We have no notes. We are just going to speak out of our hearts. In case you are here for the first time, I have been in Canada for a year and is it 2 months now? Yeah, and I have been giving you guys my experiences. If you haven't been watching the videos, please go and watch all the other videos and then come and watch this one. But while we are here, who would like to go first? So that we can get a pace. Like I said, we have no script. We're just throwing this in there. So I'll go first. I mentioned something to you that made the others laugh at me, and I decided I was not going to explain it until I was on camera. So here goes. One of the things that shocked me about Canada is that they do not have motorbikes. When I say motorbikes, I do not mean the fancy motorbikes with the helmets and the ones you see in movies. I mean nduthi, boda, such things. If you're Kenyan, you know exactly what we're talking about. I could not believe they do not have bodas here. And I told my friends that I actually miss it and they could not understand why. And I'm going to explain why I miss nduthis. Because tell me that you have never been at a place where you need something and all you had to do was hop on a boda and go and get it. Ama, you are late for work. You just get off the mat and take a boda, right?
Yeah.
Here, if there's no Uber, if there's no bus, if you do not have your car, you will walk. Or at least they have the bicycles, right? But you also have to pay for the bicycles and ride them yourself.
Everywhere.
Yeah?
They're not everywhere.
Yeah, they're also not everywhere. And it's not like someone else will be carrying you. You have to be the one riding the bicycle. Like, that is, like, how? Why? So yeah, one of the first things I really miss about Kenya, about my home, is the nduthis and the bodas.
The convenience, yeah.
Yeah, they are so very... The first time I said this, you called me something. And yet you're here. And yet you are right. You see, even others are laughing because they know it's true. And yet she's here agreeing with me. Do you want to tell them what you called me? The first time I said, you know.
I just said that's beautiful too. To miss something like that. But when I came to Canada as well, I felt the need of nduthi because of the convenience, honestly.
Yeah.
When you were, as she said, late for work, you just hop on nduthi. And also the taxis and Ubers are very expensive.
They are so expensive.
Yeah.
We used to think the Ubers were expensive back at home, but here they are so expensive. Your turn. Tell us something.
I think for me it was the daylight saving. I didn't know about daylight saving until I came to Canada. Like, it's 4:59 p.m. and you know the sun is there. Just 5 p.m. There's no sun.
I've seen so many videos of that, so many TikToks of people talking about that. Would you like to tell them what daylight savings is for those who didn't do GHC or social studies or geography? Would you like to tell?
So daylight saving is where you either get 1 hour at night and 1 hour during the day. So like during the winter the nights are longer and during summer the days are longer. So we get sort of 1 hour.
Yeah, we either get a deficit or an additional 1 hour. Interesting thing is back at home we used to use this in mythical sense, in theoretical sense, right? But then here it is so pronounced, like you can't miss it. Literally in the middle of the night on, is it 5th? I think it was on 5th. Yeah, on 5th. It changes. Like, it's supposed to go from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m., but it goes back to 1 p.m. And you're like, wait, what? The first time I saw it, I was so excited.
Yeah, did you like actually see the watch?
I saw it. I said, and everything digital changes. But it is so interesting to see. And like she said, it's true. By 5 p.m., it is totally dark outside. I'll try look for a video to show you guys so that you can see it. But
actually right now I think it's almost around 5 p.m.
It's almost, what time is it?
The time?
It's 4:55 and it's almost already, we are using a ring light, that's why you can see it. Yeah, your time.
Yeah.
Come on, you've been here for 4 years. You're already a Canadian, so you have no culture shock.
What was my culture shock?
Would you like us to move to the next one and come back to you?
Yeah.
There's one. Have you had a culture shock you'd like to tell us about?
Hey,
Maybe you could come a bit closer.
Okay, I think for me the biggest thing is there's just something in the air. It's just so dry.
Dry?
Yeah, like you can just feel there's a difference in the air. Like I was saying the first
Humidity.
week. Yeah, I think that's a problem. I just got in the first week and even my face reacted. Even my body was like, no, where is this? You're not supposed to be here.
You're not supposed to be
Yeah,
here.
like my whole face got so messed up. There were like rashes everywhere. I was wondering, like, people used to talk about this. Like, she was telling me how you get like affected by the atmosphere. I thought that these are just cheap things, maybe just to make up or something. But apparently, it's a real thing that happens.
But your face is all good now, right?
Exactly,
Yeah,
that's what
it
I'm
is.
Yeah,
saying.
his face looks
This is
good.
glowing.
Yeah, guys, his
It's
face
getting
looks
used to
good.
the
It's
place.
getting.
Yeah.
You
It's
also
getting
told me.
Canadian.
Yeah, the face is getting Canadian. You told me the same thing. That your face also reacted. The
Yeah,
first time you
it
came
did.
here?
It did. But now it's okay. But what I want to say about what he just said, like it just reminded me about like the humidity in the winter. I mean, in the summer.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, in Kenya, it's usually hot.
Yeah.
But it's not as hot and as it is here. And then you start feeling like there's more humidity here. So back home, at least there's a breeze, so it's not that.
So for the 4 years you've been here, which is your favorite season?
I would say summer, of course.
Summer is your favorite?
Yeah.
Yours is also summer?
No, fall.
Fall? How about
You
you?
know, funny enough, for us, you keep telling us how it gets hot in this summer, but ever since we got here, we've
There's
just
no
been
difference.
freezing every
You've been
single day.
freezing.
But
So we are
yeah,
wondering where is this heat coming from? It's just a theory for us.
How about you? Do you feel the same way?
About the weather?
Yeah. You haven't felt any change?
Not much.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, you guys should be here longer. They haven't stayed long enough, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is your favorite season?
My favorite season is spring.
Oh.
I absolutely love
When love is in
spring.
the air.
No, not when love. What love is in the air in spring?
That's
Well,
what we hear in movies.
well, my favorite time is spring because all the flowers blossom in spring and it is so beautiful. Oh my god, it is so beautiful because still can't wrap my head around the transition between winter and spring, because in winter all the trees are dry, like completely dry. They look like they are dead, and then come spring they just come alive.
It's so rainy during
Yeah,
spring.
it's rainy, but I actually kind of like the rain.
Oh, okay.
And then my second favorite is actually fall. I love fall. Funny thing, my worst is summer. I can't stand
How?
summer. I hate summer.
is it too hot?
It
for
is
you?
way too hot.
Oh, okay.
It is way too hot, and there's nothing you can do about it.
But that's the only time you get to wear like
Party.
sundresses and
Exactly.
stuff.
Bikinis.
But who wants to get a sunburn though?
You just walk
But you
around a
just have
little
to
and go
wear
back
this
inside.
sunscreen, right?
Yeah.
But I don't want to have to wear sunscreen just to leave the house, you know?
Right.
Like I can't stand summer. It's just too hot. It reminds me of Mombasa. And not the Diani, beautiful, amazing Diani side. Just, you know, the central Mombasa that is really hot and really humid and everyone is just complaining. Do you know, by the way, I used to tell you guys, people walk around without shirts, without t-shirts in summer, right?
Yeah.
People walk around with as little clothing as they can.
But I thought here you could be arrested for public indecency.
That is not public but that is not public indecency. That is not public indecency.
Okay.
Tulikuwa wapi? Where were we? Oh, I was sipping from my Starbucks glass.
Yeah.
I'm watching you sip from my Starbucks glass.
Yeah, so tuendelee ama?
Hawajaona ni Starbucks.
Umesikia mara ya 10 sasa.
See how react? Nangojea This is a Starbucks.
Wow.
You know you're supposed to say if you're sponsored.
No, I'm not
Come on, make a sponsor, you're supposed to say.
No, I just really love it. Anywho, poleni. Najua nini hamna.
Ndio
Oh,
kabisa.
No,
Yeah.
Utakali.
Culture shocks.
So one of my culture shock as a student was nikiwa shule, like when I was in Masai Mara, at least, tulikuwa like the midterms and the end terms ilikuwa ina accumulate for 100% of your mark. And just a few.
You came as a student, right?
Yeah, I did.
Oh wow, that's why you know so much about students.
Yeah. Yeah. So like the final mark would come because of like midterms and end exam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the final exam.
And just a little bit of group work and assignments, like they were just like maybe 10%. But here it's like the end exam is, the final qualification.
The final exam, yeah.
Yeah, everything in accumulation. Ya kila kitu ni from group work. Ni from mostly group work, presentation, and a lot of assignments.
Wait.
And like exam is just like 15% of the final mark.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
15%.
15.
What we used to cram like the whole night for was 15%.
15%. So like 80% is attendance, assignments, group works.
Group work?
And a lot and presentation.
So which one like holds the most water? Is it the group work or the assignments?
Group works and assignments.
Wow.
Yeah, and even attendance matters, because if you don't come to class, you might even lose like a lot.
Oh my goodness! I am so glad I did study here. Me too. I didn't know that. Yeah. Well, oh, by the way, now that she's mentioned it, she did come as a student, and we are all from Masai Mara. Yeah, Masai Mara, and actually, base number 2 is also from Masai Mara. Hello.
Yeah.
You are.
Yeah, base number 2 is. How do you not know that?
You said it last
Masai Mara going global.
Yeah, Masai Mara to the world. Narok. Narok.
Class of 2018.
Shout out to Mumani.
No.
Oh, just the two of us, right?
Yeah, 2018. Also 2018. 2018 B. 2018 B, 2018 A, 2017. Yeah, and a different one.
Unknown.
I'm not a Masai expert.
Oh wow! Oh my god, did you just say that? But that is so interesting, because I can imagine if back in school we had to rely on group work and assignments to get the final mark. I do not even want to imagine what I'd have gotten.
Yeah.
Can you imagine just getting people to attend group work when ilikuwa kazi? Oh my god.
Yeah.
I'm so
For
sorry.
me, it was so hard to adjust, because I'm not used to like having a whole group, like, it depends with everybody's contribution. So it was a bit harder, because you have to like...
Because I was about to ask you, because that feels like it forces you to be like social, right?
Oh yeah,
you have to be social.
Yeah,
you have to actually join these groups and do the are the groups assigned by the lecturers?
Sometimes, but sometimes you have to like
talk to your own
groups.
friends.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But isn't that a good thing? Because now you get to meet people, especially in a new country. What other chances would you get?
Yeah, that is
it's
your
a
goal.
good thing, but
Looking forward
again,
to bonding, of course.
But then
Yeah, that's your goal.
Yeah.
But if you're an introvert, can you imagine how much that is?
No, I actually mean that because, for example, like me, I'm an introvert. So if I'm not actually forced to relate with people, I wouldn't.
But
so that's a good chance.
But you're an introvert who wants to be forced. Some
Yes.
introverts do not want to be
Don't want
forced.
to
Yeah, some of us want to
interact with
stay in
people.
our rooms and just study and pass the exams. Yeah. Who had the next one?
I think it was you.
It was me. It was me. Okay. Someone mentioned kindness. Who was talking about kindness?
Politeness.
Politeness?
Yes.
Politeness. What's the difference between politeness and kindness?
Being kind to someone is doing something just because you want to be nice to them, but being polite is because it's a situation that actually requires you to be
Like
polite.
etiquette?
Yeah,
like it's just
etiquette,
etiquette,
yeah.
the
Politeness
polite
is closer
one,
to
sorry.
etiquette.
Oh.
Thank you.
So that is
Please.
politeness.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Canadians are polite.
Yeah.
Or are they kind? They are polite.
They are
They're
polite.
polite.
They are polite, not kind. They are
Actually,
both.
they are way too
Actually, they are
polite.
I think they're
both.
both.
They are both. Why? Why do you think they are both?
Because the way they treat people majorly, because I believe you can't just treat me nicely because you're polite.
Yeah, you also have to be kind.
There are more times you feel you interact with them and then you feel they are going maybe a step forward more
Yeah.
than just being polite. Because
Yeah.
I see you fall somewhere, they will just wake you up, like pick you up. They follow up to know if you're okay, you need something
Yeah,
extra.
that's
like they
true.
want to be involved.
That's true.
To make sure they're giving you like 100% the necessary help you need that particular time.
It's actually, I have also experienced the same. You don't agree? I have
Like the other
experienced the
day,
same
like
because...
the other day, you remember when you experienced a case of someone who fall tukiwa kwa basi.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, someone fell right in front of us.
Yeah.
And everyone, like 5 people in the bus stood up to try and help him get up, and no one knew him.
Okay, I sort of agree and disagree with that, because also in Kenya, if someone is going through something, let's not even talk about security, but most people will come and help that person.
Okay, here's the thing.
We're not saying it's only them, of course.
But it's a lot here.
But at the moment,
yeah,
we talk about them being that. Of course, when you go back home, there are a lot of more examples about that.
But I feel like at home, all this is a bit less because people are too afraid to help you. Because most of them will be like, maybe this is a trap. Like we had gotten to a place where you're afraid of stopping your car for someone who looks injured because you don't know if it's a trap or not. But here it's a normal thing. Here people, like for instance, if I have experienced where I ask someone for directions and they actually go with me. I ask them if this is the right bus and they check it with me. They go out of their way to make sure I find the right bus, that I get onto the right one. I feel like they do a little bit extra, right?
Actually, funny thing, you should mention directions, because even the other day when we had gone to collect some items in town, we were kind of lost for a bit, so we stood at a point.
I think you should mention that it's a different town because we also live in town.
Okay, yeah, so this is around this town somewhere.
Yeah.
So we were kind of lost. We didn't know which direction to go. So we kind of rotated around the same place for like a minute. And so back home, people would just see you and they would mind their own business. They wouldn't care what you are doing. But some guy came up to us and was like, "Hey, what are you looking for?" We told him we are looking for this station, and he was like, "Yeah, it's there." And then because you're wondering, this guy was minding his own business, but he was like, "Hey, these people seem lost. Let me just go help them."
Yeah, which also reminds me the time we were running after some streetcar. There's a time we were running after a streetcar. That is a story for another day. We were running after a streetcar, and so many people. No, that is other than that one, there's a different one. Ours was way more embarrassing.
Oh, you too?
No, the three of us. Ours was way more embarrassing. At least this one made sense. The one we were the three of us. This other one was embarrassing. So that one is just a story for another day. And I remember a guy behind us telling us that yes, that is the right one. Get onto that one. And then the people in the bus were actually trying to help us to get onto the bus. I felt like they didn't have to, but they went ahead to. I feel like that's nice. Right?
The drivers are just so nice.
Yeah, they are so nice. They are so. You just ask them for directions and they will show you. Speaking of buses.
Talking of buses.
Talking of speaking of buses. Have you guys noticed that Google Maps was actually created for Canada?
Maybe
because in Kenya, not fully, guys, don't stone me, don't beat me. You can disagree nicely, like don't hit me. Because what I meant was, not that, please don't take that out of context. Let this not trend for the wrong reasons.
People will fight you in the comment section.
People will fight me. No, what I meant was, back in Kenya, when you take Google Maps, you're just looking at where your Uber is taking you, right? Like, I don't think I ever used Google Maps other than looking at where point A to B is, or if I am in an Uber, right? Because if you just get a mat or a matatu, it will take you exactly where you're supposed to go. You don't even need to ask. But here, Google Maps, every single icon on the Google Maps part is present here. From the buses to the trains to the walking to the which is the other one? To
Funny
the
enough,
Uber.
I'd never used Street View before I came here.
To the lakes.
Street View, even to the lakes.
Even the live view.
Even the live view. I had never used the live view since I came here. It is so accurate.
The steps you cover to the exact place you
It's
get in
very,
the vehicle.
it is very accurate, right?
Yeah.
And I was so shocked to see that, because back in Kenya you just needed it to see where you're going and to just know it is around this place, you know.
Close to the vicinity.
It is close, and like you just need to see it is near archives, it is near Safaricom, and that is it. Yeah, but here you actually, Google Maps here is a necessity. Whether you like it or not, Google Maps here is a necessity.
Plus, it's too big a place to cram the entire place.
Canada is huge. I do not even want to Google it, guys. You will see Canada is huge.
Sure, each province could
You know,
be a
I'm
whole
surprised.
country. Funny enough, the
Yeah.
entire population of the country is less than Kenya.
Yeah.
Funny thing.
30, roughly, like last estimate, 38 million.
38 million?
And Kenya is approaching
Our
50.
country is so tiny, and we
We have
have
so many people.
we have so many people. I think these people are not making okay.
Enough kids.
Let's go with enough kids. Let's go with that.
Okay, one thing I just want to say, like, for me, at least I was surprised that you guys even were using Google Maps in Kenya. Like,
You were never using
Oh, you need a Google map there.
in Kenya. You
We
just
know.
ask bati za kwenda ni nini ziko wapi, and you're told ndio easy. Why would you need
Plus
to
there we
go?
know the
give you
places.
directions.
Yeah. Plus Kenya is so tiny. How can you not know everywhere?
Yeah.
Unless you're going somewhere new for a very short time or specific
Yeah.
reason, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And while we are on kindness, is it only me, Amma, do you have to say thank you to the driver when you're getting off a bus?
Coincidentally,
I don't think you have
You
to.
Don't have
don't
to.
have to, but you
I
can.
think
you are
you
polite.
just are doing.
You're-
it's
polite.
Actually,
It's polite.
everything you
You
do
don't
with
have to.
politeness
it's a good,
is
it's a
Yeah.
good habit or trend we should be learning.
And you find so
Thank
many
everyone
people.
on the meeting.
Yeah, you also thank everyone, not just the driver.
Everyone.
You thank everyone.
And
You
say
thank
sorry for
everyone.
literally
And say sorry
everything.
for everything.
I'm planning this the other day.
Past our marks, sasa umesimama hapo.
The other day apparently, I was learning. You see, when you're getting into buildings, you get someone holding the door for you. Now you're busy thanking them, and they're also thanking you.
Yeah, that's the other thing. That's the
Why
other
should you
thing.
be thanking everyone you're meeting?
That's the other thing. You have to hold the door and open the door for the person behind you or even in front of you. So I don't know what.
And if
It's
it's the
just
first
so
one and
much
it's a
work.
chain, you have to handle it for like 10
Hold
people.
it for all of them, unless the one behind you is nice enough to hold it for the next one and for the next one. It is so much work. Why though? It is just so much work.
It feels nice, especially when you're someone who's kind of empathetic towards everyone. It's nice
But
to be at a place
everyone,
where,
what if I get late for where I'm going? What if I'm going for a meeting and I'm late and I have to hold the door for all of
But
you?
there is a
have
decent
to-
way of
you
letting the
don't
next
have to.
person
I don't
know
have
for
to,
themselves.
but if I don't do it, it's not. It's
No.
people will look at me in a weird way.
I don't think
that's
so.
People
Yeah.
pleasing. Just
Yeah.
hold for the people you can. If you can't, just go.
Just go.
Like,
Plus there is a
But
different-
back in Kenya, I never had to.
Yeah.
oh, but you still wanted guys to open doors
Yeah, I
for
wanted the
you.
guys to open them for me, but I never had to.
But also,
Yeah.
I
You
feel
also-
in the same context,
Yeah.
people keep smiling even during, on
Oh
their,
my
on their
God.
way.
Everyone will be smiling at you. Is that the
Yeah.
same point you were talking about? Or you had a different one?
So is
Yeah,
that a
that's
good
bad.
or a
Oh.
bad thing?
It's a good thing. Some of us
okay.
don't know how to smile. It's difficult to smile like that.
Literally, I think like it's a lot of pressure. I feel
It's
like
not
it's
a
a
lot of
lot
pressure,
of
actually,
pressure.
for
When
me.
everyone is smiling at you and you have to smile back. What if I'm in a bad mood?
There is that, and then there
You
is
can
You
that.
fake
smile.
it.
Fake
You can see like overlook that like
Yeah.
someone goes ahead to give a smile to you.
Yeah.
You don't find that anywhere. So
Yeah.
for a second you
But-
forget like what you come. Like,
But
the place
it's
you come
kind of
from.
nice. It is kind of nice. Only problem is because we are coming from a country where it doesn't happen that often.
Yeah.
We tend to misunderstand it.
Yes.
You think someone is being nice to you or likes you or something.
Yeah.
They're just
Yeah, you
smiling
think you're
and going.
flirting with you
Yeah.
or something.
And speaking of flirting,
Majorly for ladies.
majorly for ladies. Speaking of flirting, now that we are on the topic, not that I'm speaking from experience, but speaking of flirting, people will say hi to you. And will ask you how you're doing, and just even when you're just shopping, someone will be like, "Oh, by the way, 1, 2, 3. By the way, 1, 2, 3." And in your mind, you think this guy is actually flirting with me or wants to be friends, and you're just making conversation for literally just that minute. If you meet them 2 meters from there, they will not
They
even
don't
look at
recognize
you.
Yeah.
Cause so you're left wondering like.
And
Like,
they ask
it's
about
not-
the weather. Oh, the weather is good. Because that's
everyone asks about the weather.
It's not like Kenya where you.
No, I'm still here.
Everyone will ask you about the weather.
Yeah.
So you're like, I mean, it's the weather. What is
Yeah.
so much that you can say about the
But
weather?
it's not like Kenya that you usually knew
No,
that
they-
a conversation like that will end with, "Can I have your number?"
Yeah.
Yeah, here it doesn't end with that. You will have a conversation with someone for 15 minutes and will not ask for your
And then
number.
just to walk away.
Have a good day. It was nice with you.
The funny thing is that you're not matching the standard.
Yeah, you're like, did I say something wrong? Is there something I shouldn't have said that they didn't ask for my number. While we are still on the kindness and being polite part, do you know this extends to interviews? And that is something that really upsets me. So do you know how many of you guys have had this or have experienced this? But the being polite extends to interviews. You go for an interview, it goes amazing. You know how in Kenya you can always tell when it's not going so well. Unazaona reactions zao, you can tell how they are flipping through papers, they look disinterested. Here they will concentrate on you. They will talk to you. They will ask you additional questions. They will converse with you like you're their friend. They will even tell you we'll call you by tomorrow. Someone even once gave me their number. They were like, if I don't call you by tomorrow, call me. I tried calling them to this date.
They're giving you all the right signals.
All the right. So that's the thing. I feel like this kindness or this being polite thing has a negative side. Because if I'm coming for an interview, why give me all the false hope? Don't be so nice to me that I am sure I got the job, you know? And then I get disappointed. I'd rather just a little bit of raw emotion, you know? Yeah?
Is it true to say that they don't know to show rejection?
I feel like they are afraid of showing that rejection. They're afraid of too many negative emotions.
No, I would think it's just their culture to be like that. So
I think,
Is that really being respectful?
It's an interview. You need to know, like, if you secure in this or not.
But
they are not
I remember when I was trying before I got my job, my first job in Canada, I did a few interviews, and I remember being sure that I had gotten all of them. Like, those people are so nice. They were so nice. I don't know if you'd call it kindness or politeness, but they were so nice to me. I feel like that kindness and what do you call it? And being nice just extends to everything too much, way too much.
Yeah, but you're taking it personally because you are hoping for a situation that you could read the reaction of the people you're dealing with. But they are being professional. They are supposed to not let you know whether you've got it or not because they don't know whether you got it or not, because they don't know if the next candidate will be better. No, they don't. Maybe you could be so good at that time and they are like, yeah, she's awesome, we're going to employ her, but the next person is better.
Oh, wow.
It
happens.
Maybe addition to that, not about the interview.
Yeah.
I love their service. It can be in person or through the phone.
Yeah, they are so extra.
Yeah,
respectful. Yeah, and they are so extra about it. They go out of their... They ask... Do you know there's one... Some of them actually talk to you like you are a friend. Yeah.
Me... Yeah. Yangu si actually culture shock. Easy culture shock.
Yeah,
I think I edit. But any about any other services inakuja na English na Kiswahili. I mean French.
Kuna kwanga na Kiswahili.
No. So it's so annoying because you have to wait the whole time.
Yeah, but
they have to explain.
Yeah, it's true. But I appreciate it though.
Yeah.
Because if I spoke French, I'd like the option of having to tune in French.
Yeah.
But they are so nice. You wonder if these people are paid extra to be nice to you over the phone as customer service and all that.
I would love to
No, the thing is, all customer service calls are recorded. So if your boss listens to the calls and they are like, this customer was displeased, you can be fired.
Yeah. But to be honest, like I feel like compared to services,
you can be fired.
Yes, of course. If
because the customer is yeah.
Yeah.
You feel
I feel like services za huku like ziko more better than za home.
By far.
Yeah.
In
I
what
feel like
way,
I feel like they put
in
more
efficiency, alafu pia
More
kuwa
professional.
respectful to
Yeah.
you, professionality.
Yeah.
They
Now that I think of it, yeah.
So it's also dependent on kama Kenya, kama the saga that happened when sijui security guard alikuwa alipa I guess 10 Gs
Yeah.
and akachukua 94 million. It's the same thing. If I'm getting 10 Gs in Kenya and nafaa niko, you know, like customer service is good. I won't give it my all, but here you get a bit better money for.
Oh yeah.
So
that
makes
makes
sense.
sense. If you feel you're being appreciated for the work
Yes.
you're doing, you
Yeah.
give your best. Yeah, I feel like that is true.
Yeah, and funny enough, the jobs you would expect that wouldn't pay as well, like back in Kenya, like blue collar jobs, actually pay really well here.
That is another
That is
thing.
another thing.
That is another thing. Do you know the some of the, okay, not all of them, but some of the highest paying jobs here are the ones with blue collar and the ones that are not white collar.
Yeah. Obviously.
There's white collar, there's blue collar. Okay, blue collar jobs actually pay really well in Canada. Okay, granted they pay per hour, but jobs such as plumbing and masonry, construction, carpentry, all these skill-based jobs, they pay so well. They pay so well. Like, you are tempted to leave the corporate world for that job if you can manage it, because I feel like they really appreciate people who work out of skill, right? Yes. Other than those ones who just study and get, you know.
Are those skilled or unskilled?
The skilled, it's only that
differently skilled.
Yeah.
So unskilled.
Actually, you can also say semi-skilled.
I think
semi-skilled.
Yeah,
They're semi-skilled.
Yeah, it's the unskilled.
Unskilled.
Because the skilled one is the corporate.
Yeah,
you see, it's not unskilled.
Yeah.
It's only that you don't have, mostly, maybe in Kenya, you find them, they don't have certification.
Okay.
But you need a skill to do certain things.
It's true, because in Kenya, being a carpenter is something you just learn.
Yeah.
Like through, what's this thing? Where you watch someone, what do you call it? No, not Juakali. Yeah. Where you watch someone so that you can learn.
YouTube.
Observation. You observe.
Apprenticeship. That's the one I was going for. Yeah, because in Kenya we assume that to be a carpenter, you just watch someone and learn it.
Yeah.
Here you actually go to school and study and learn how to be a carpenter, and you are really highly paid for it.
But our high school had a unit called
and still categorized as unskilled.
Yeah, they are under unskilled.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You don't have to go to school for this.
That's why I'm asking why
you don't have to go for school.
For plumbing.
No, I think for plumbing maybe you need, but for construction I don't.
I think it's more of experience, not more of like a certificate.
But what
I think,
but it's something
you learn a skill through experience. So basically, you can't do anything without.
And I just,
I feel like we are all saying different things. We are talking about the same thing.
For me, I think it's all skilled.
Yeah.
It's only that some cases, the one you're referring to, you find since you're able to do it, you don't have, you assume it's not a skill.
Yeah.
You're able to do it because you're skilled, and you're skilled. Maybe you learned it on your own. You are taught.
So what's the difference between professional and skilled?
No, there's no difference there.
Yeah, see,
Oh
no, these are
unskilled.
Yeah,
so
fast food custodian.
Yeah.
No, but these ones for unskilled labor examples, we have the fast food employee, custodian, cleaner, parking lot attendant.
And I think that's what you mean.
Yeah, because they are not.
Oh, because there's also construction site, but no construction site cleaner.
Oh,
No,
that's
we can see. Let's see more.
No, that's unskilled.
But something
But you can't call a
skilled.
plumber unskilled.
Yeah.
I think
You can't call a mechanic unskilled.
I think we need to look into that. We need to find out more about it.
Skills.
Oh, yeah, that is
Exactly.
semi-skilled.
Because maybe you don't have a certification,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
once you have a certificate for anything, now you have.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
But they
true.
are semi-skilled, not
Semi-skilled. So skilled is the professional,
Yeah,
and then
skilled.
this is semi-skilled, and then the ones we were saying before were unskilled, right?
So are we
Yeah,
are we saying-
unskilled is fast foods. Semi-skilled is construction.
Meaning?
Wrong. And
What do you mean by wrong? We are looking at
Just a
Google.
scared opinion.
We are looking
Oh,
at
you guys.
Google. What do you
No.
mean?
Skilled, plumber is skilled.
No,
She's right. She's
no.
right.
Yeah.
Plumbing
Thank
is
you.
semi-skilled.
No.
Plumbing
it's
is
skilled.
semi-skilled. Carpenter is semi-skilled.
Basically,
No,
semi. Why
how
are they
about
calling semi?
skilled? Is like, oh. And then there's plumber and skilled and electrician and carpenter.
Yes.
Oh,
Plumber.
okay,
Plumber is
okay.
skilled.
So what's the difference between unskilled, semi-skilled, and
Semi-skilled, I believe, for that context, they are referring to semi-skilled, maybe having learned on your own without you going to school, having certificates.
or just going partially to school and relying on.
Unskilled, we can be sure it's like packing burgers at a McDonald's.
Yeah, that's
Skilled laziko hata huku Canada.
no
I know,
unskilled is like packing burgers in a
McDonald's,
restaurant,
yes.
like at
Washer,
McDonald's,
cleaner,
and just
janitor.
Cleaning,
yeah.
yeah.
That is just something that you're taught how to do.
You're
You
just
you
told
don't
to just
really
wash this
necessarily
plate
go
here,
to
that's
school
not
for
skilled.
it.
Utapata kuna hata cleaning course Canada.
Semi-skilled ni kama truck driver.
Semi-skilled.
Yeah.
Where you go to
It
school
does
for a
not
short
like
time.
Does not
I think
require
further
advanced
research is
training,
warranted
but
on this.
it requires
That's the
more
thing.
skills.
That's the word. Advanced training.
Basically, short term and long term.
Yeah. Or no, advanced training. advanced training, I think, is what makes the difference. I think we
Yes.
have derailed completely.
further research is warranted.
Talking of
Yeah.
that,
Oh, yeah.
I had
Out of
the
this.
other day
Yeah.
the standard dishwashing
Dishwashing.
principle or way to do it. So I
Standard way of washing dishes.
then I wondered.
Now you see that is why you need to be trained.
You
You need to be trained for that. Is the skill. You need to be trained how to wash dishes.
Be skilled
Yeah.
dishwasher.
Yeah, but what we were landing on, what brought forth all this is just for us to tell you guys that in Canada, all types of labor are dignified. They appreciate all types of labor and they will pay you very well for all these jobs, especially the ones that back in our country or in other places they might think they are lesser. Here they pay really well for them. And I think that is something that really shocked me too, right? The other thing is why is no one talking about healthcare?
No,
What
before
about
you talk
Yeah,
about
what about
healthcare,
What about it?
What about it?
What
Yeah.
about no, what about it?
we
It's
don't
what
have it.
about it?
No, actually,
Yeah,
in Canada, it's what about it.
What about it? Yeah?
yeah, about healthcare.
Yeah?
I was surprised the other day when I learned that you can't just walk to any chemist.
There's a walk-in clinic. You have to go with a subscription.
Yeah, I'm saying like you can't just go to a pharmacy. You can't just go to a pharmacy without a prescription and be given whatever kind of medicine you want. Apparently, you have to walk to a clinic, have a prescription.
Yeah.
No, but not all drugs. There's
Depends.
prescription drugs and there's over-the-counter
Over-the-counter
They don't have
drugs. Here's the
over-the-counter.
other thing about over-the-counter drugs. They are locked in a super. Have you noticed? When you go to a supermarket, the drug cabinet is locked. You have to call the attendant to come and open for you.
Where is that? In Shoppers. they're
Shoppers.
not locked?
Even in Shoppers.
You mean the ones that are on the aisle?
Yeah, other than the vitamins and the normal painkillers,
Okay.
all the others are locked. Like you have to call the attendant to come
okay.
and open and get them for you. It's not like back at home where you just walk into a chemist and ask for
Okay,
medicine and then they give you. I think that is also, yeah.
Yeah. So
But I feel like
if
for
you want to, if you're planning to come and get P2,
Why would I be
that is available.
No, I don't think it's
I
available.
don't think it's available.
Have you got it?
Yes, it is. No, it's supposed to be. Yeah, but you have to answer a few questions. But I
For
think
you
it's-
to answer those few questions, you need to call the attendant to open that place
Yeah,
for you.
you need
and,
to talk to someone.
Yeah,
you
you need to
can't
talk
just,
to. You can't
but
just walk
even
in
in
and
Kenya,
there.
you don't just go pick them
How
like
did you know
a
it's
spanner.
available?
I have a lot of general knowledge.
Ashapata mtu.
Permanent.
I tend to have a lot of general knowledge.
don't
That's
even
what
sound
I'm
No,
saying.
it is available.
It is available.
But like there's medication that's available. If you like go to the chemist and you tell them like mwana homa, or they will tell you because they don't like they don't know.
Isn't that a
Personally-
walk-in clinic though?
No, it's not a clinic.
No,
You can go to
a pharmacy.
No,
Shoppers Mart.
there's drug mart. Other than Shoppers Drug Mart, there's an actual drug mart just for
Yeah.
drugs.
Okay.
There's a drug mart for drugs that is not Shoppers.
Oh,
You
so
mean
Shoppers
Rexall?
Drug Mart has drugs
Rexall?
and in addition to
Yeah,
other
but
Yeah,
drug
Rexall.
mart.
Rexall.
Yeah, but like you can just go to the chemist and tell them like I have a running nose, and then he'll give you the medicine for running nose. He'll tell you to go
If
and
it's something-
actually get it.
If
for
it's
yourself.
something as light as that, right?
Yeah, it's light stuff.
Yeah.
That's
For
over
most
the
of the
counter
things you
medicine.
need.
You
Yeah,
don't need
yeah.
a prescription.
Yeah.
For us, we
So
were so
yes.
used to just going and giving your symptoms and being given.
Oh, okay. I didn't get what you
Okay.
guys meant. So.
No, that's true. It's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
What else? Aki, I've lost the one
Why
I
are you
wanted
guys
to
not talking
say.
about the walking?
About
The walking.
jaywalking. That you
Yeah.
cannot cross the road right about
Yeah.
anywhere.
Yeah.
Lydia, hi. How are you?
She jaywalks.
She jaywalks a lot.
What?
She jaywalks a lot.
I shouldn't be saying
The
that.
government.
Oh my God.
I don't think
They come for
I don't
her.
think the government watches my YouTube channel.
Coming from Nairobi, wewe umezoea tu like
They will use it as evidence.
unaambia maths.
Yeah, true. Oh, you guys haven't seen he has done this. In Kenya, you just tell the vehicle like pause.
Yeah, sometimes you
Hata mimi niko
spark
mbio.
Yeah, you gotta do that.
the red lights here actually work. It's not like
That's another thing.
Systems work.
Systems work. Like, and people, and funny thing, these people are so polite that they actually do follow right about all the rules.
Yeah.
They follow right about
Even
all
if
the
there are no
rules.
vehicles, they'll still
Yes,
stop
they'll
and wait
still
for the
stop.
light.
Do you know how annoying that is? It
Why
is
is
so.
it annoying?
You look this side, you look this side. There are no vehicles, but you still have to stand there and wait for the
another-
light to turn.
Another 2 minutes maybe.
Imagine, and I'm rushing somewhere, I'm late.
Will 2 minutes
You should have
seriously
woken
be-
up 2 minutes.
Ungeenda jana. If you're in a hurry, ungekuwa.
someone actually told that to my mom in Nairobi.
Hii like
man.
place yenye uko na
Yeah.
tunaita rite of passage.
Yeah.
Ama rite of what?
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead first.
Yeah, alikuwa
You'll
anaenjoy.
forget your...
Before you forget.
Yeah. So another culture shock was the fact that you have to keep looking at the weather before you come up.
Yes. Yes. Weather apps are actually important.
Very important. So the first
Important.
time in school, so a classmate of mine asked me about the weather in Kenya, and I had no idea. I've been living in Kenya for 26 years,
Yeah.
and I had no freaking idea what's the weather like,
Wow.
degrees or whatever. I
Yeah.
could just say it rains.
It's hot.
It's not
and
raining.
That's it.
Yeah,
I don't need
true.
to know the Fahrenheit, whatever.
Yeah.
But here it's like
Here
it's
you
important.
have to check that. That actually dictates what you wear in the morning.
It does.
You look at
Yeah.
you look at your weather app. It tells you how many degrees are going to be the highest for that day, so you know how many layers of clothes to put on. Yeah.
They
And-
talk of it of being precise.
yeah, it is actually very precise. The moment it says it's going to rain, it does actually rain. It might take a bit of time, but it will actually rain. Why are you laughing?
I've just remembered. I don't know if you guys saw last week. There was something that Kenyans did.
El Nino.
Yeah, there's something that Kenyans did. I think they sort of predicted the weather,
They predicted
and then
weather.
and then the government is charging them or
Downplayed it.
something like that.
Charging them?
Yeah,
What do you mean by
there's an
charging them?
article- Yeah, there's an article about that. The government is charging people because they predicted the wrong weather.
Are they charging the meteorologist? Meteorologist.
Meteorological.
Yeah.
Like the weather ya Kenya, who inaitwaje watu wa forecast inakwanga mostly almost accurate.
Yeah.
But home
Home it's not accurate.
Mbona mnasema hakuna madonda?
Hakuna?
Hakuna madonda.
By the way, hakuna donda. Hakuna conductors.
She told you she's now Canadian. This is a Canadian here. Doesn't even know what those are.
The driver
What
knows
in the
every
ghetto?
stop.
Oh, what? She has been dying to use that word. She has been dying to finally have a chance to use it. Yeah. What? Like, it's true but there are very
Yeah.
few though.
They're not.
They are not our ideal conductors when tumezoea back at home wa kupitisha fare and all that, which brings me to another point where you need a kind of card to pay for
Register
tap for your nini, and they trust you. They trust that utaingia na utap.
Oh,
They trust
But
that you will not
100%,
sneak in.
Did you talk
because
of
the
it?
last time we went with the Nini street car, there was a lady coming around with that gun checking if we actually...
See, that's what I
not
meant.
an actual gun.
that kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's what I meant. Like, we don't have conductors, but we have those guys
Yeah,
who
they come to
every
check
once
if
in a
you-
while they
Yeah.
come to check.
They're more like
Fair
kanjos.
inspectors.
They're random.
They're more like kanjos.
Yeah.
More
in
like
Nairobi.
kanjos kuliko
Yeah,
nini than
conductor.
conductors. Yeah.
Yeah, also that thing about self-checkout in
In
stores. Yeah, in supermarkets.
Yeah.
yeah, that's
So introduce Kenya, tunaweza fanya ile kitu.
Can you imagine having
Plus,
some
the
checkout
thing
in
will
your
still
country?
beep if you don't pay for
But
it.
in
No,
Kenya-
it won't.
But
What?
It won't.
in here it beeps.
No, most of the times. Okay.
Have you
Have you
tried?
tried?
How do you know?
I know a friend of mine went to Valley Village, and I will say a friend of mine is not to me.
We've not said it's you. We've not said it's
No, but she got something.
Hope Valley
and-
Village are not seeing this.
They are not. And if you're seeing this, it is not your value village. It is a
and
different.
that friend is no longer my friend, so don't ask me.
Oh my God.
Don't come after you.
she just cut off someone.
On live camera, it just cuts the way out.
I
Yeah, so sometimes it
Yeah.
depends on the store that you go to in short.
Yeah, I think
what
it
happened with
depends.
this friend.
They walked out. I think unaweza just the rest of that story. I don't think we are going to get the end of it. Yeah, but they actually trust you so much because I feel like just the fact that they give you the option to self-checkout, it's also a big deal.
Yeah.
They are trusting you enough to do that, and they are saying just in case you don't, that's when they'll catch you up kwa mlango.
But
Which like we've seen, it's not for all stores.
Yeah.
Who in Kenya will dare like have such a business?
Kenya, by the time unafika kwa mlango, so you've already run away. When you will stop, you will run away.
Yeah, because in Kenya they not only have those machines to beep if you steal something, they actually have guys there ready to catch you. Yeah, I've actually been stopped by those guys. I think because of something you had given me. It usually had a tag for some other supermarket.
Wow, it had to be something that I gave you.
So like, you're passing there and the guy is like, he searched me like he was looking everywhere, maybe I've hidden somewhere.
Oh wow.
And then he was like, maybe it's just this tag. Like I literally just went in, bought a hot dog and left. Like even the watchman saw me.
But I think it also depends on reputation. The reputation a place has. If people have been stealing so much, they put in more measures, right? But if it's not that much, for instance, how often have you had people stealing from Walmart? Have you?
I think it's common in the US.
Yeah, than it is here.
Yeah, shoplifting. But actually, so by
Shoplifting
the way,
in Brampton.
we've seen that.
So many,
So I guess
wow.
it doesn't. They don't beep or something because people shoplift all the
Oh
time.
wow. So that point
So
just went down the drain.
Yeah, I've just
Are you asking us
remembered.
to try do it?
No, do not try this. Do not try this at home, please. Do not. I feel like we.
And when you say home, it's Canada.
It's
This is for education purposes only. Do not try it.
So guys, like we have so many experiences, but thinking of them at the moment is a bit difficult.
Let me
Is there
just give
anything
one
else?
before we
Yes.
close. So like there's this point I don't think we have mentioned, but if I say it, I think everyone will have an opinion.
Yeah.
Dogs.
So I didn't want to talk about it because I felt
Yeah.
maybe these people wenye wako huko watafeel like nkana waingilia life yao and it's so personal.
No.
Yo, like
People-
the fact that
No, you love dogs. Kenyans
I am
love
definitely a
song-
dog person.
Love songs. Love dogs. You love dogs, but people here love
adore.
dogs. They adore dogs. Like, which brings me to another point. How I don't know how I haven't mentioned it, but do you know I come across more dogs than I do children.
Of
Exactly.
course.
I come across more dogs than I do children.
is true.
Like there are so many dogs. Let's say every other 5 people you meet, unless it's in the town center, everywhere else, every other 5 people you meet, one of them will have a dog.
Yeah.
Or maybe 2 of them will be walking one dog.
And dog walkers, oh my god, they get so much money.
See,
Yo.
like dog walking, I think even back at home it is a thing, but only specific parts of the country. I remember another part that I have ever gone. Yeah, mostly Nairobi, the suburbs in Nairobi. They do have,
Raka is a suburb.
Oh please. Can we not attack me? But while we are on the dog topic, these people value their dogs so much. Do you know they actually dress their dogs?
imagine.
How often have you seen dogs that are dressed?
Okay,
Leave alone dressing. Leave
Even
alone
a daycare.
a daycare for
daycare
dog.
for
Yeah,
Where
I went the
people-
other day.
You saw a daycare for a dog?
Yeah.
No way. What I have seen though is a shop, like you know the way you have a boutique for clothes for ladies. There are boutiques for clothes for dogs.
Yeah, I saw that
And
section
they have
too.
like shoes,
I saw that.
collars,
They have shoes, they have clothes, they have coats.
they have to
And not,
dresses.
and not just and not just the chihuahuas, not just the tiny dogs.
German
all,
Shepherd.
all,
Yeah.
all sizes,
And finding
all
out to
types.
speaking about the tiny dogs, there's so many breeds. Like these
There
things
are
are like
so many
rats.
breeds.
Like, I saw a guy the other day. He was walking like the collar of the dog was like the same size as the dog. Like he went to get into a building and he just picked it up with,
With
one
one
hand.
hand.
And walked it.
That's I don't know why, but these people really love their dogs. And also, while we are on, I don't know why I have put these points together, but education is also free of charge.
Even in Kenya.
Are you
In
serious?
theory. In theory.
In theory,
Okay, what level of education are you talking
we are talking about Actually the same level as back at home.
But not the same level.
But funny thing, the most expensive level of education here is the daycare.
Yes.
Daycare is extremely expensive. You will find people bringing their people from back home, all the way from Kenya, to take care of their children because daycare is so expensive.
Is that education?
No.
You're combining education and daycare.
We're talking about kids in general. Can we just talk about kids in general?
In short, raising kids.
Raising
Yeah.
kids.
But
then the
I
moment
thought
they
you
get
also
to
said
grade
that the
1.
government pays everything for you to do with kids.
Oh, again, here's another thing.
The government gives you money.
The government gives you money if you have children.
So it balances out.
No, it doesn't really. Yeah?
I should be thinking of having a kid soon.
And the
Yeah,
maternity
you should have a
leave-
kid.
The maternity leave.
Maternity leave is just, how are we putting all
But
these
then how long
points
is the
together?
paternity leave?
Maternity leave
No,
is
I'm
1
asking
year.
about
What?
Yeah, 1
paternity
year.
leave.
Paternity is how many months? How many months
No
is the
idea.
paternity? The one who was supposed to tell us is not here. But paternity leave is how many months?
In Kenya,
Maybe-
maternity-
Is there paternity leave in Kenya?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's like
2 weeks.
3 weeks.
2
Oh,
weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
2
Are you a
weeks
dad?
in Kenya.
He has experience.
He has experience.
No.
But in Canada, maternity leave is a whole year, and you
Kenya,
can
sorry.
extend for 6 more months, and it is paid.
In Kenya,
Yeah,
it's
but
three
not
months.
100%.
Is it 3
Not
months?
100%.
Yeah,
It's
around-
70%. I think someone told me it's
70 to
70%. Yeah, I think it depends, but it's roughly there. So it is paid, and you have the option of extending it. But when you extend for the extra months, I think they also reduce the amount they pay you. Yeah, but you have the option, which is amazing actually. And they also pay you for getting that kid. So they pay you child benefits per child. If you have 5 kids, you're good. So you
So
can
you
just have
just-
5.
So if you
So
want,
it's
if
a
you don't,
maximum.
if you're a baby girl and you're in Kenya, you don't want to work, come get kids in Canada every year. The government should pay you.
What do we usually say about this? This is the opinion of the person. This is not the opinion of the channel.
It doesn't reflect on
It does not reflect.
I'm joking. Work
Maybe
hard.
as you finish up,
Yeah.
why are you guys not talking about vehicles?
What about the vehicles?
The fact that huku
Yeah.
probox zote like the way Kenya
Umeona probox?
gari zote ni probox like ni common.
Yeah. Oh my
ma-
goodness. All the vehicles, all the brands are here.
Lamborghini.
There's a diversity.
There is a diversity of vehicles here.
Immigrants.
Hata watu. How are we talking about vehicles and people in the same sentence?
Jeep Wrangler, ma Porsche.
About that.
Funny enough, we saw a Lamborghini on our first day.
Yeah, on the first day you saw,
we saw a
I was
Lambo.
carried. Hey, funny thing, one of the first Ubers that ever carried me in Canada.
Was that Lambo?
No, was a Tesla. Was a Tesla. I was like,
Yeah.
what the?
Wait, was it self-driving?
No, it was not self-driving, but it was a Tesla. I was like, if I owned a Tesla, do you think I'd do Uber with my Tesla? But that is actually something people do. You drive it over the week, and then over the weekend you just Uber it.
So
plus you
anyone
just
can be a
hire
Uber guy.
someone.
Yeah, you just
But you have
register.
to apply.
Yeah, you apply and you register, and once you pass, you do it. Most people do it over the weekend to earn some extra
But here
cash.
it's
I'll
like
be doing it with my
way
Jeep.
expensive compared to Kenya.
Yeah, it's also way expensive, but it
I'll
makes
be
good
using my
money.
Jeep for that.
Yeah.
My Jeep Wrangler I'll be using for that.
Jeep?
Wrangler.
Oh my god.
Which
that's
is a
my
Jeep
dream
Wrangler?
car. That's my dream car.
Me too.
My dream car is a G-Wagon. What are you talking about? It's a
Yeah, imekuja na accent.
It's a G-Wagon. You can't just say, if you're saying G-Wagon, you do not deserve it.
Yeah,
It's just a G-Wagon, you know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We are so late.
You were saying, sorry.
Yeah, I just had another one of my culture shock was
Yeah.
like seeing so many diverse, like Toronto for instance is a very diverse province or
Yeah.
no city.
Yeah.
Yeah,
city.
so like there's so many people from
I love that.
different walks of life.
I absolutely love that.
Yeah.
I love that, and if you ask me, this is part of the reason. Guy, why are we laughing? I don't even check.
Maybe she's just happy about the people she's seeing. She's just so happy about how diverse it is.
Why are you on the floor? Why are you? Guy, I don't remember. I just tilt it a little bit. Just. Paul, I am so sorry. I messed that up. I am so
You do
sorry.
that
My
to
teacher
me.
is
Anisha
the worst.
Juki, don't go. Sasa where are we going with that point?
We were talking about the diversity of people.
Yeah, and I was saying I was not doing that. I was just saying I love that. I actually really love that, and I feel like that's part of the reason that what do you call it? Discrimination is rather low.
Yeah.
I don't want to go into percentages and into politics and into all that, but discrimination is really low because we are so diverse. Everywhere you turn, there is someone different from you. Everywhere you talk, even when you go to work, chances are the person seated on your right and on your left are two very different people. So I feel like that is really amazing.
But it's still a little difficult to get used to being a minority here. Because now we are the ones who are the minorities. We used to be used to the fact that we're all the same.
I feel like the fact that you're out of your country, you're automatically a minority wherever else you go.
But I also feel but I also feel in especially Canada, is that what was oh yeah, so let me tell you, it's well, more or less the same point. But Canada, people who come from Kenya, their English is so good. When you compare to other people, you think that your English is not as good, but
it makes you really English proud though.
Yeah, okay, as much I didn't know we have hidden accent.
How would we know? This is how we've been talking all our lives. But you know, and also it's not bad, it's bird.
Yeah.
It's not about, it's a bird. By the way, now that you're talking about that, she is the queen of accents. Oh my god. Sometimes
oh my god.
Yeah, I've actually had her speaking.
You had her, right? Sometimes she speaks and you have to pace yourself. You're like,
what did she say?
I think she's gotten so used to it that you don't notice.
Did you hear her saying, I had no idea?
I think I have an accent.
Of course. You should do that on purpose.
It is so nice, I know. I am still struggling with Canada.
Can you kindly make sure you capture that?
I feel like, but the accent actually grows on you because someone very recently told me that I speak different, and I also can't tell that I speak different.
Yeah, you do speak different.
You see, he's actually the one who first told me that I speak different. I didn't even know I spoke different.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do you mean? I speak different.
Different in terms of what?
No, point is
you
the
are
moment.
unique and special, Chana.
Thank you.
You should listen to her.
I am unique and special. No, point is. Thank you. Leave her alone. Thank you. So my point is, the more you speak to a lot of people with different accents, you always you know the way you go to coast and then after 2 days you come back with an accent, with a Swahili accent. I feel like the more, for instance, her, because she came as a student at that time, because she integrated herself with so many, like she got to talk to so many people at a very short time. Like it grew on her so very fast. But for someone like me who works from home, I rarely ever go out, so it might be more difficult for me to pick up the accent. But for you who talks to a lot of people when you're at work, it is also easier for you to pick it up.
Disclaimer. See? If you want to have an accent, like, you know, speak like car, my car is in the garage or something like that, Canada is not necessarily the place for you because there's so many immigrants. Because you might speak Indian, you know.
You might speak the wrong accent.
So maybe in the States, if you want to get an accent.
No, that is quite interesting because I find myself picking up the accent of the person I'm speaking to. So if I'm speaking to an Indian, I'll pick up the Indian accent. I am dead serious.
Yeah, I do have to.
Dead serious. If I'm talking to a Jamaican, I'll pick up the Jamaican accent. I'll find myself trying to talk the way they're talking. So at the end of the day, I'm like, oh wow, how was I talking?
That's one thing I had to struggle with. That imposter syndrome. Like if you talk to me, I'll talk to you the way you're talking.
The way you're talking. That's the exact same thing that happens when people go to Mombasa.
Why don't they do that? Shouldn't they also do that? They should talk the way you talk.
But Indian.
Yeah.
Okay, speak like an Indian.
I'm not speaking to an Indian.
It will just come at that time.
You've never even found yourself shaking your head like this.
Oh my god.
I am telling you.
I am telling you.
I'm yet to experience that.
Okay.
I'm yet to experience that.
You are?
You will.
You need to talk to so many different kinds of people. Yeah, and I think the fact that Canada is or Toronto in itself is so diverse, it opens you up to so many cultures. I remember you the other day telling your viewers how you have realized things you didn't know about a certain cultural group.
Oh, yeah.
A certain, do I call them cultural group? That you didn't appreciate enough.
Jamaica.
Yeah. And now that you know them better and you have interacted with them better, now you appreciate them even more. You see, I feel like we have all these myths and misconceptions about
You
people.
only knew them from dance hall.
From
True.
that's all
Honestly,
yeah, and even the movies we watch and all that. But the moment you actually interact with them, you're like, this is actually pretty awesome.
Yeah,
and
it is.
And the last point, sorry, my last point is the food in Canada. For example, the meat. When you buy the meat, and you compare it to Kenya, there's something that is not.
There is
Right,
something
exactly.
that is not
Actually,
meeting.
that was good.
Something is not meeting.
It's not a meeting.
But I think they have so much variety, but they also import a lot.
Yeah.
Plus,
So
I
I
think
think
it also
the
has to
importing-
do with how the cows themselves are
Raised?
Yeah,
Raised.
because
Is it raised or-
because
It's
the,
raised.
the agriculture
raised.
farming industry is like a massive thing.
Yeah.
It's not like somewhere like you just have your few cows unaziachilia zinaenda zinakula nyasi alafu unachinja.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. I
The
think,
meat
I
is
think
so bland.
even what you feed them matters in how they end
Yeah,
up
you know they are
tasting.
like stored in warehouses, like thousands of them, so
Yeah.
they don't really get to have a good life.
But
or
even-
whatever.
Is it because Kenyan food is organic? And
But
this
wait,
is-
No,
Yeah,
that's the same way that
kind
you
of.
say mutura yenye iko na uchafu
There
ni
is
tamu.
that.
So, it's the same thing. like
mayai yenye iko na giza pia ni-
But it's the same thing. So ng'ombe zenye ziko Kenya because they face a lot of problems and hardships. They're so sweet.
That is the same thing I wanted to ask, because he just said that depending on how happy they are. So if a cow is happy, the meat will be sweeter.
Yeah.
No,
No,
will not be sweet.
It won't be sweet.
Yeah. Like Kenyan cows are sad.
That's just
The way goats are so sweet.
because they go through a lot.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Can we agree to disagree? But while we are on the food topic, I really appreciate the fact that there are so many African stores. There are so, like, quite literally almost every kind of food you're looking for, you will find. Only difference is that you have to look for it. You have to go an extra step. You have to make the extra effort, but you'll find it. For instance, I had to go through so many corn flours, different types of corn flours, before I found one that tasted like actual ugali, but I actually found it. You see, we found spinach, we found kale, we found cabbage, we found even these traditional herbs that we eat, like from my tribe from back home. We found all of them. Like, all you have to do is go an extra step, but you will always find someone who knows where you can find it.
Oh,
So
and most,
I
food,
really
Back
most
at home,
foods are frozen actually.
yeah, most foods are actually frozen. I think that's to do with the fact that they
Winter
import so
and
much,
also,
and also winter. But winter how?
Do you take
Because
herbs
they
as food?
can't they can't grow
They can't
there.
grow
Oh,
during
yeah,
winter, so you will need to have the
What's that
availability.
you're asking?
Sorry?
Your country.
Yeah.
Do you take herbs as food?
Do we take herbs as food?
No, so they can be used as spices.
What?
Depends. Do you know when I say herbs, I don't mean herbs. I meant like unaona hizi
Umesema
mboga
mganga.
akina kunde. No, sio No, I meant like unaona hizi mboga kama kunde, kama terere, kama managu. You see, you guys actually know what I'm talking about. Why do you guys say
Yeah, we just wanted you to be more clear.
Yeah.
You're not in there.
Yeah. So guys, I think that wraps up. I am sure this video is
Oh,
going
one
to be
thing. Okay. I just said one thing I had to say.
No
Like,
problem.
if you're a foodie, like,
Yeah.
you'll love it here because there's several, like, cultures.
Yeah.
So you can try all types of food, from Chinese to Turkish to
To
Indian.
Thai
Did you mention they're
Kenya.
not given for free?
Yeah. Huh?
Did you mention they're not given for free?
Oh, the food is not free.
Oh, no.
The more exotic it is, the more
No,
expensive
you can
it
get
is.
free food. Check her other
Yeah.
Yeah, if you have a nice experience, I want to be taken out.
Yeah, you do. Thank you. Yeah, there's a whole video to do with food banks, and I remember, but then that video got a lot of traction, but for all the wrong reasons. People came to argue in my comment section.
Yeah.
People came to argue because I don't know how they did not understand the fact that one of the main things I said was that the food banks are for people who are struggling. They're not for everyone. They're not for immigrants. They're not for who. They are for anyone who is struggling, who needs help to get food. That's why you go to food banks. In case you didn't catch that in that video, I hope you're catching it in this video. Yeah. So like she said, if you're a foodie, I was telling base number 1 the other day that you can quite literally eat a different kind of food every day for I don't know how long. If you like, your goal was to experience food in Canada, hey, you're in the right place. There is so much of it. And by the way, I saw a place that sells choma.
Yeah, it actually smells the same way it does back in
But does it taste the same way?
Yeah, it was downtown. We don't know how it tastes. We didn't actually taste it.
We should try it.
We should
try it. Yeah.
That will
No, it's a
happen.
day. That's
I
on
think
the
I'll
plan.
try. I think that's on the
Maybe
bucket
next
list.
episode inafaa kuamke kusaidia.
Yeah, we'll be there.
Tukiwa huko, us telling them what it actually tastes like.
Yeah.
So guys, I feel like we have talked so much. Why are you calling them closing
I'm a
arguments?
lawyer.
Too much of sweets. Anywho, so I feel like we have talked for so long. I am sure this video is going to be so long, but we had so much to share, and trust me, this is not even everything. We have so much that we're going to remember after this video. Later on we'll be like, I should have said, as usual. But thank you so much guys for watching. Does anyone have a closing, what did you call it? Call it closing argument? Anything they want to wind up with? Anything you guys want to say? You guys don't want to tell people to subscribe to my channel?
Subscribe to her channel.
Thank you.
And it's free.
Yeah, and since we've
Leave
had
a
so
like
much fun doing this, if there's anything you'd like to know more about how different things are, there can be a part 2 using all your questions.
We would
Yes.
love. By the way, do you guys know this sounds a lot like a podcast? I don't know if I'm the only one getting a podcast.
Right.
Oh,
What's the
I
difference
saw-
between a YouTube video and a podcast?
The mediums.
Mostly.
There?
The medium,
Most
like
of
a
the time
Maybe
podcast.
the fact that
Most-
no.
Most
A
of the times
podcast
the
you can
podcast
just
you have,
listen
don't have
to
to
it.
watch it. Yeah.
Oh, you can
That's
just
what I meant
listen.
by medium.
Oh, but even us, they didn't have to watch us. They could just listen to us
Yeah.
because we were saying
By
everything.
YouTube, you cannot minimize it in your phone. Maybe you want to.
No, as in we can just use this audio and upload it to Spotify
Yeah,
as a
you can
podcast.
also do
Oh.
that. Yeah, that's
Should we
what-
try
You can
that?
try that. You should. You
Maybe
should
you'll
use
censor
it.
this, but that's what TMI podcast does.
Oh, that's also what Combox does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boxpod. Combox, we watch your Boxpod. Anywho.
Then you should subscribe because maybe you don't know. Maybe next time we'll be seeing the base 1 and 2 in person.
Hey.
Yeah.
Subscribe to see Best One and 2. Subscribe to see
Yeah, we look as good as we sound.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Stay around, confirm that.
How much you're confirming, how much you're agreeing with that. So guys, this has been so much fun.
Stay around to confirm that.
Oh wow. You guys are raising the expectations to a gazillion. I hope you will be able to live up to that. So guys, it has been so much fun, and I feel like this was the perfect way to come back after disappearing for so long. We will be doing so many of this, but for now we have some fun activities. Maybe you'll see them in another video, who knows. But thank you so much for watching. Thank you for keeping it on Pick on a Dime. We will be more consistent, we will be here more often, and we will come back with more exciting and interesting topics. Bye. Remember to like, remember to subscribe, remember to keep it here. Mwah, mwah, and share.
Bye.